Hi, lovelies. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Welcome. And if you are a returning community member for Melanated Crowns, welcome back. So as you can see in the title, this is going to be a quick, brief explanation of all the houses. I'm going to make a playlist to organize these videos, Learn Astrology with me, Queen Lovelee. The first video I did, the first installment of this series, I talked about the planets very briefly in their functions, the colors that's associated, the days of the weeks, as well as the number and the attributes of those planets and how they show up in our life. Okay. Today, we're going to be talking about the environment, right, in which we find these planets, right, which is the house. Okay. So the planet is the function, the house in which the planet falls in is the environment. And then we'll move over to the astrological signs. Okay. So hit the thumbs up, comment below, let me know what you think about this video. Be sure, if you would like to book your own natal interpretation or get any astrological service, to see my comment that is pinned, as well as that is in my description box. Feel free to shoot me an email if you have any questions about booking, pricing, and scheduling. And if you want to donate, information for that is pinned as well. I appreciate you once again for clicking on this video, for supporting me, and let's get into it. Oh, one more thing before I start. I just posted a new video to my Patreon. Okay, so my hot topic videos this week have been on Patreon, and it looks like this is what I'm going to continue with throughout this year. I am learning to work smarter, not harder. And, I want to make sure I'm getting a equal energy exchange. So I am feeding those over there that are paying, good money. Those that have been over there, you pay your $4.44, but those that have joined, you pay $12. So there's two videos for this week sitting over here. It's the most recent one, which I just put up not too long ago, as y'all can see 5 minutes ago. And then I put a video up earlier this week where I was talking about some of the stuff that happened over the holiday weekend. So if you're interested in that, make sure you check that out. Okay, so let's get into the video. Okay. So just briefly, in astrology, there are 12 astrological signs, okay? The horoscope starts with the sign Aries, and then it works its way all the way up until Pisces, okay? And each astrological sign has a house that it resides over, that it governs over, along with planets, okay? I spoke briefly about this in my first video. So if you want to go check out the planet video, be sure to. I'm not going nowhere. This video will be right here when you get back. But let's get into it. So let's start with the first house. The first house is governed by the first sign, which is Aries, okay? The first house deals with our physical appearance, okay? So if you want an idea of what someone looks like or how you may be perceived to the outer world, when it comes to your personality and when it comes to your physical appearance, the first house is a good place to look. So for example, you would look at the sign that's there as well as the planets. So someone that has Capricorn in the first house, you may have heard that you are serious, you are hardworking, very mature, very responsible. Okay. Some people may say that you have a resting bitch face. You also may be a late bloomer. You may be someone where, as you age, as you mature, as you grow, you get finer like wine with time. Okay. If you're someone that has Libra in the first house and or Venus, you may be someone that has dimples. You may be someone that is conventionally really attractive. Your face may be very symmetrical and very even. And always remember that when it comes to the first house, right? And when it comes to our physical appearance and our personality and other traits, it also, depending on how things are aspected, that can really do a number in a good way and or a not so good way. And then you think about the planets that are there as well. The first house is also a good indicator because this is where our ascendant lies, right? To get an idea of what someone will be focused on in this lifetime. So, for example, I have my rising at the 22 degree of Sagittarius. So that means that my chart ruler, right? Because your chart ruler is the planet that rules over that sign in your first house, and specifically your ascendant. Because if you're like me with a late degree rising, you're going to have two signs occupying that house, right? So for me, my chart ruler is Jupiter because Jupiter governs over Sagittarius. So that means that in this lifetime, wisdom, spirituality, philosophy, right? Learning, traveling, expansion, these are all going to be themes that I immerse myself with or find myself tethered to in one way or another. So, those are just some brief examples of different signs, different planets, and how they can manifest in the first house. The second house is naturally governed by the next sign, which is Taurus. Okay. This is our earned income. This is our material finances. It also can deal with our values and our beliefs. To a degree, it could deal with, certain values and ethics that you've gotten from your family, but this is mostly how you are earning your income, and it also deals with your self-worth and how you view yourself. Okay. So if you're someone that has a lot of planets here or even one planet here, that can speak to a reoccurring theme that you find you have to be intentional about addressing in this lifetime so that it doesn't manifest in a way that's counterproductive to whatever it is that you're working on. The third house is governed by the third sign, Gemini. This is our communications house, right? How does someone think? How does someone communicate? Okay. You want to look to the third house. You also want to look to their Mercury placement, but I spoke about that in the first video as well. This is also our immediate family. So our siblings, our cousins, mostly the people that we grew up with, that we were around, because it also deals with early childhood education. It deals with neighborhood, and it deals with short distance traveling. Okay. The fourth house is governed by the fourth sign, which is Cancer. This is our roots, this is our lineage, right? It can deal with our childhood to a certain degree when it comes to the formation of our subconscious mind. It can deal with our private life. Who are we at home when nobody is looking? Okay. It can deal with the mother, children, pregnancy, maternal, that energy. It could deal with feminine energy as well. The fifth house is governed by Leo. Okay. This is pleasure. This is love. This is romance. Okay. This is also creativity. This is children as well. This is childhood as well to a certain degree. Okay. It also deals with, intercourse, getting a little freaky deaky. And it is masculine energy. The sixth house, which is governed by Virgo, is our daily routine. It is physical fitness. Okay. It deals with our pets, it deals with our work environment. It also can deal with open enemies. All right. The seventh house, partnerships, marriage, agreements, relationships. Okay. It also could deal with the legal system because this is naturally governed by Libra. Okay. Also the seventh house is a good way, and I'll start getting into like first and seventh, second and eighth and whatnot, and later on in the series. But the seventh house is a good way to look at how you relate to others. So, for example, I have Cancer in my seventh house. I tend to take on a maternal, nurturing, caretaking role in my partnerships and relationships because that is how I know how to relate. It's also something that I may require as well. The eighth house, which is governed by Scorpio, death, transformation, rebirth. It also deals with shared finances. It deals with our spouse. It deals with inheritance. It also deals with secrets and things that are done in the dark. Okay. The ninth house. This is the house for Sagittarius, long distance travel, foreign cultures, okay? Um, Philosophy, spirituality, religion, okay? Higher education, abundance, wealth, okay? Faith, optimism, all of those Sagittarius themed signs. The ninth house can also deal with publishing to a certain degree when you get deeper into the understandings, but this is just a brief explanation. The 10th house, naturally governed by the goat, Capricorn. This is our legacy. This is our um public reputation. This is our professional reputation. This is the work that we do, our career. Okay. The 11th house governed by Aquarius. This is our friends. This is our networks. This is the organizations and the groups that we attach ourselves to. It also could deal with hope and wish fulfillment. Okay. And last but not least is the 12th house, which is governed by Pisces. This is our dream state. This is our unconscious state. This is the house of abandonment, vulnerable populations. Okay, which can deal with rehabilitation, incarceration, asylums. It deals with sleep, unconscious, like I said. It also is the house where we can feel to a degree on an intuitive level, but we may not be able to make perfect sense of it. Okay. So, once again, these are just brief explanations. Um, Always feel free to go and buy your own books and go and do your own research. Astrology, tarot, anything dealing with the occult can be learned, but you have to have a certain calling to be able to use the information and put it into consistent use. You understand? So sometimes, it's so funny. I was thinking about my spiritual journey, how I've bought so many books and tried so many things. And today, being in a very balanced and enlightened space, I don't even cling to the things that I used to cling to and the stuff that was taught to me, because spirituality is about having awareness of self, your shadow self, and the self that you're comfortable presenting in the light. And the more you unravel that within yourself, the more you are supposed to learn what works for you and what's in alignment with you. So yeah, I just wanted to share that tidbit. And I will be back with another video. Y'all let me know which video y'all want me to do next. So I did the planets. Um which that kind of factored in with the numbers and degrees, because I did the number associated with it, and I did the houses. So I guess the next thing that I could do is like the planets through the houses, and break that down too. Interesting. Y'all let me know though. I'm thinking out loud. And once again, if you would like to book a session, um, information for that is pinned in the comments as well as the description box. Y'all have a great day. Hit the thumbs up, comment below, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.